some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah day.
Hey, we are here. Welcome everybody. Stupid O'Clock. I'm Joe Dog. Dan, believe it or not, is under the weather. He's been under since what, last week? I don't think we did.
This is going on damn near 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah, because we didn't have a show last Thursday night because I was down. Dan was sick. And then Saturday, we were just pretty much in the same boat. And, I'm feeling better now, but, it's just me, Joe, and Zach tonight.
Yeah, Dan wasn't feeling good the week prior either, though.
Yeah.
Like, he had caught something. Seemed like he was getting over it, and it seems like it just keeps coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, there's something going around. That's what we had. You think you're over it, and it finds the nitrous button.
Yep. Oh,
yeah. How is everybody doing?
Doing all right. Just doing my 3D prints and stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to take this upstairs.
What is that? Is that for yarn stuff?
No, this was actually. So we've had an issue with our one cat, Bread.
Yeah.
Has decided that he likes toilet paper at night. And while, the cost of toilet paper is going up, it still hasn't become cheap enough for me just to go to the bank and get a bunch of $1 bills to use.
Yeah.
We had bought a metal protector for the toilet paper rolls, and it won't stick to any of our walls in the bathroom.
Oh no.
And we can't exactly drill in because they're all tile.
Oh, you can drill in. It's just expensive.
Right. So the wife was looking online to see if she could find something else and came across something on Amazon. She's looking at it. She's like, that looks like plastic. And she's reading the description. It says, this item is 3D printed. So she shot me the link, and sure, somebody's probably got an STL file out there somewhere. Lo and behold, printables.com. Just type in toilet paper protector, and the main piece took 13 hours to print. And this piece, so the main piece is basically this, but much taller.
Yeah.
Okay. So the roll would slide onto it. You run what normally holds your toilet paper on, you run that tube through the center here. And then this is just the other side cover.
Well, JB Weld works good for that.
So yeah, I got to remember to take that up there so we can finish protecting it.
Yeah. And if you're wondering if y'all saw that strange look I made looking out the window, I just heard thunder. And there goes another one.
I was saying, that sounded like it came across your microphone.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that was loud. Oh, bless you.
Ooh.
You all right?
Oh, there goes a few more brain cells.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And hello, Zach. Thanks for dropping in.
Yep.
Hello there.
How are you feeling?
Good. My leg's back to its normal pre-hospital swollen self, so that's fun. So I'm
That's
getting
good.
some elastic stuff to try to keep it down. It was nice when it was normal and small, but yeah,
Oh.
now it's back to normal.
So are you?
But
Is your mobility's increasing?
it damn well better be, because I'm going on a cruise in 9 days, so we're gonna find out.
Oh boy.
No, it's good. I haven't walked like stores, but I've done a couple restaurants, like going in and out, like around a Cracker Barrel store. And then what was it, 4 weeks ago, before New Glenn flew, I was on a boat, bouncing up and down in the ocean. So I've taken it slow, but have to start doing stuff again. I was supposed to be at a conference last 3 days, and I was like, that might be a bit much. So
Are there any small indoor malls?
we had one till they bulldozed it.
Oh, that's just that idea then.
Yeah, we were talking about going to some of the couple like the antique shops and stuff. Even just walking around them just to get a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get up and down in the house more. And I've got a thing now that I can elevate my leg while I'm sitting at my desk. So that'll also help, so it's not actually down all the time. So that's good. I'm off all of the stuff except blood thinners, so yay for that.
That's good.
Other than like normal stuff that you can get at the store, like they're like, take iron, it'll help. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pay your $400 pharmacy iron. I'm going to go buy the $8 bottle off the shelf. But I'm going back to Canada March 13th, 14th. So we're not risking it, but we're bumping ahead the 6 month to the 3 month mark, which the doctor down here did say, as long as I do certain things on the plane, she's like, go for it. So I do have medical permission to fly. But that way I can go home, get all the tests redone without having to spend $20,000, and then get new prescriptions and then come down. So
that's what, 8 to 12 weeks while you're there.
Yeah, I'll probably be there at least month and a half too. We'll see. I want to try to get back down here for, I think it's May 31st is the Hall of Fame induction, and I'd like to go to that. But we'll see. It kind of depends what the doctor sees. They could do an X-ray a week after I get there and say you don't have clots, and I'd be like, great. Well, then I should be off the meds at that point. So
you're going to miss 2 Starship launches.
We'll see.
Maybe 3.
Depends how they go. Depends if they blow one up again.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much. SpaceX has been really quiet. They are supposedly very close to ready to go. Like they need to roll out and do some static fires, but otherwise they're basically ready. They're still working on the pad a little bit, so they're kind of using this time to warp speed the second pad. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they squeeze one in before I go, because there is a plan that possibly I could get someone to drive me over and back rather than flying. Be a long drive, but doable.
Plus, you can stop every 2 or 3 hours and get out and walk.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard to do that in an airplane.
Yeah, luckily the flights that I've got booked home, I don't have a direct, unfortunately, but I have a direct to like a 30-minute hopper flight from my home. So I'm going to Calgary first, but I'm also at the front of the plane, and I've got an aisle seat. So 1, it's a bigger seat, it's a bulkhead, so my leg can be extended, and 2, I can get up easily and walk. And I normally friend the flight attendants anyways, so I'll just go help them prepare the food for the rest of the first class attendants. I need to stand up. You need help?
No, I was actually thinking of something about the second pad in 39A. This is
Yeah.
something to think about.
Oh no, here we go.
Here we go.
Tinfoil hats on, everybody.
Yeah. Lunar lander is supposed to need what? 2, 3 refuels?
14.
14. Okay.
It was supposed to be 3 to 4,
Hmm.
and then it got leaked that oops, we did the math wrong and didn't carry a 1.
Yeah. Here's something to think about. HLS launches from Kennedy.
Yep.
2 tankers sitting on the pad. One
Yep.
launches, they fuel, launch the other. And, it's pretty much do, and roll another tanker out to launch them again. And that's what Starbase will be, is launch site for fuel depots.
To start, I could see that, yes. But if they're going to do Mars, then we need a lot more pads being built very soon.
Oh, like 38?
Yeah, we're going to need... I would not be surprised by the end of this decade that we have 4 to 6 pads here on the Space Coast. Like, it's going to look like a Miami on the Space Coast of just Starship towers. Because they're also going to build landing towers. So they're not going to risk the pads. They're going to have landing towers, supposedly, is the thought. That way they can launch one. The ship's not going to come down for 12 hours at minimum. So they could roll out another one, stack it, launch it. They might be able to fit 2 more launches in before a ship's coming back. If they get that sequenced. Supposedly, they have filed plans for a massive factory, basically a new VAB down here. From what I know, that's not possible due to wildlife restrictions. But new administration, there's a focus on going to Mars. There might be some rules changing.
All right, I'll be right back. I got to go get something.
I get here and you run away. I see how it is.
Yeah, I'm going to get it for you.
Ooh.
I know, everyone run away. What if we all just left and we weren't here when he came back?
Don't give us ideas, Zach. He was
everyone's just sitting here watching all the gray clocks. Yeah, exactly. We just, all do this just quietly.
He could still. He was such a sweet boy until we got his hand. We got his hands, or as Alice Cooper would say.
Oh, I'll just put the taco mom next to the quesadilla kid while Joe Dog's gone. Did you really hit the wrong button?
Yes, I really hit the wrong button because my wrist popped. My wrist did this number right. I have twitches, okay, and they're not,
I didn't say a thing.
My massage was so delicious today. I was in rough shape yesterday.
Wait. Massage and delicious do not normally go together.
I use the word delicious in many ways because life is too good to go through life just going, that was fun. That was good. I enjoyed that. I like using the word delicious.
Okay.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Donna.
Oh.
What?
Nothing. I just, I'm being good. We're not in the green room.
All right, Dawn.
That's pretty, Joe Dog.
I have adopted something.
Oh, it's an orange cat.
When did you get an orange kitty?
Oh, you may want to look at
With
something.
thumbs!
Oh,
You know how I can't call him a fur baby.
Why?
He's a fur brother.
For a brother? How do you get that?
It's my dad's cat.
Ah.
We've had to take him in.
Oh my
What's
god.
his
he
name?
is adorable. What's his name?
Little Red.
Little Red. Oh my god.
That's what he called him, was Red. All right. He's not quite moved in yet.
Ah.
But
Oh
yeah.
Oh my god, he's a doll. I love him.
And he got thumbs. And he knows how to use them.
Oh, Carl and Donna are awing as well. I think did I squee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
I was actually talking to a friend about that. I was like, two different groups that don't know me both say I squee. So apparently I squee.
A lot.
You say that like it's a bad thing. If I lost my voice, you guys would miss my squee.
Well, I don't mind it. It's just dogs and small animals.
And my best friend's one of her kitty cats. She's got 6 cats, and one of them I squeed, and Chucky just went absolute ape shit one night. It was quite humorous. And even now when we're talking and she's got me on speakerphone, if I attempt to start to squee, Chucky looks at her like he knows my voice over the phone, even like, oh god, she's gonna squee, isn't she? Thank you, Donna.
But yeah, he is our new cat. Donna's not happy about it.
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah.
Guessing she didn't want a new kitty in here.
Well, we've got 5 dogs and 5 cats now.
Oh.
See, Trey's even watching it. She had to pipe up about it. Just like, what?
Hey, Trey.
Well, I sent her a text saying that Joe Dog has a orange cat now.
And he's not orange catting. He's not liking the new location.
Well, it's a big change. How old is he?
5 months.
Oh.
One of the reasons we got him is my dad's dog and him didn't get along. And $900 at the vet.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, he shouldn't be here.
oh.
Meow, meow, meow.
Hey,
He's-
Carl, go get a screenshot of that and send it to me, would you, of the kitty cat so I can send it to Ted? I'm sure Carl's already went and got a screenshot of the kitty cat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's interesting. One cat is trying to be his friend. Another cat wants to knock his head off, and the other 2 don't give a damn.
Well, Buddy and Georgette have lived together for almost 3 years now. And we took him to the vet 2 weeks ago today, and he had to have 7 teeth pulled. She hissed at him more 3 to 4 days after the vet than she has in the 3 years since they've been together. Because he smelled like vet office and meds and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, quit hissing at your brother. And now they're besties.
Yeah, so in essence, my other cats are his nieces.
Isn't it fun when you try to figure out the family tree of things when it comes to animals?
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all have noticed anything, but I made a terrible mistake in the bathroom.
You
the
shaved
other day.
something.
everything. It's gone. It's got to come back. That hid too much ugly.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, at least I admitted it was hiding ugly.
Yeah, I admit mine hides the ugly too. It's just, also if I get rid of it, I look my age again.
No, you don't look your age. You look about 30 years younger than your age.
Yeah, he looks like he's like we need to card him for cigarettes.
Yeah. Or
So you're saying he looks
movie.
old right now?
Well, he looks near 40.
40. You're what, 38?
I'll be 38. No, I am 38.
So yeah, you look about 40-ish. You shave all of this and you look like you're about 15. You notice how he's not denying it?
Well, I normally don't get called 40 for one. Huh? Oh yeah, 40. I mean that's a well, right now because it's a little thin. They'll guess closer to my age, but when I actually have like the full bushy beard, yeah, I'll have people guess me in my late 40s, early 50s.
Meow. Meow.
So Carl can get a better screenshot.
There's my thumbs, he says. Come on,
Yeah,
put 'em
take
up
that
still
claw
with
and just.
thumbs.
Oh, getting kisses and nibbles.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you. I like that. Trey feels like a cougar when Joe shaves. When her Joe shaves.
Hey, Dawn. A girl. And that broke Dawn. Good night, folks.
That was funny last night when I know I shouldn't have been on the show last night. I was in that much pain, but I was being stubborn. And I'm sitting there talking, and all of a sudden my computer just freezes up. And I'm like, well, that decision was made for me.
Mm-hmm. That it most certainly was. Sorry, I'm going through and doing some coding while we're talking here. Seeing how badly I can screw this up.
I'm building an Amazon shopping cart that's making my wallet hurt.
I am messaging Nick information about somebody that was possibly interested in doing him a commission, doing a commission for him.
Well, great. I'm glad none of us are worried about the show.
And this just shows that we are damn good at multitasking.
Now, is it a shopping cart or a wish list?
Both.
Yeah, put it on your wish list, then put that on your Discord. That way, your fans will pay for it.
My fans are not like people's only fans. They're not buying me nothing off Amazon. I'm lucky to get a $5 super chat.
Well, like I said, you need to get me on there. I'll get those super chats in.
Especially shaved. You look younger.
Yeah.
Okay, where did Big Red go?
He wanted out.
Oh, darn. He left it. Did you see the picture, though?
Oh, you have pictures?
I sent you one.
Oh, okay.
Big Red has thumbs.
Little Red.
Oh, Little Red. Little Red.
Big Red was the daddy.
Now I'm looking at cameras.
No, excuse me.
Cinema cameras. which start off at nice prices and then get very scary very quickly.
Yeah, stuff like that will.
I mean, there's a screen share. I can show you the range that I'm being presented by. I don't have anything in tabs I need to worry about now. This is the range of cinema camera budgets. And it's like, which one do I want?
Good God.
And that's
The top-
just the body. That's no lens. That's no UV finder.
Yeah, you need the top one. You need 3 of the top ones.
Yeah, there's
$30,000 and you ain't including the lens or a viewfinder?
Well, this one's 31 and you get the viewfinder. You don't get the lens though. Oh, this is a kit. Wait, it might come with a lens. We might be lucky. Let's see. No, you don't. Do you get a lens? No, you don't get a lens, but you do get the lens mount, and you do get a little handle eye mount thing. Yeah. If you want just the base, it's the 30, and then you have to look for lenses. Yeah. Yeah. We're not buying that.
Wow.
If my team's watching, no. Not yet. I'll change that. Not yet.
No. Zach, if Zach's team's watching, buy it.
No, we're looking at I mean this
Wait
is
a minute.
not
Does that have Wi-Fi built into it?
No.
No, the other one. The one below it.
The one below it? Probably. Let me look. The thing this films in 17K. Not 8K, not 6K, not 4K. 17.
Good Lord.
Why do you have antennas?
Why don't you?
Well, I do. But that's a story for church camp.
Oh my.
Don't want to know that. I don't think I want to know that story. From
You've
church
seen
camp.
that picture.
Have I?
Yes. Yeah, IP streaming, RTMP. Yeah. So we could stream directly from this if it's got to have like an internet plug or something. Interfaces. Oh, it's Wi-Fi. So you'd have to have a Wi-Fi network. You can't do... Oh, no, it's got Ethernet. Okay. So yeah, you could Ethernet or Wi-Fi from it. That'd be nice. Joe, why are you making me spend more money?
Well, that's only $7,000, not $30,000.
I didn't say I was only buying one.
And then you do have the Starlinks, and I know how to build the trailer.
But look how pretty that looks. Pretty.
Yeah, that looks pretty, but
no, we're not there yet. I was looking at the other thing that's nice, like again, not sponsored, but they do sell a lot of used stuff on this site. So they might have like the older edition. So I was looking at some of these, which are near identical. They just don't have the. Well, let's see. I haven't looked. Do any of these have the Wi-Fi built in? They don't have the antennas, but they still might have it. Yeah, stream directly to your social media platform of choice, Ethernet or mobile 4G, 5G. Dang you, Joe Dog.
I'm trying to get you a price on trailers and solar panels right now. Hold on.
I don't need a trailer. We're not going the trailer route.
You don't want to do the trailer?
Nope. We've got other ideas.
Well, I like the trailer idea because you just about drag it up and park it anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I won't do that.
I'm gonna look at this. I'm actually going to consider this. Because this is the same operating system as what we were looking at. It's just the box instead. It's similar. I mean, this is the used one. That would be real. I don't know. Wait, well, let's find out. Welcome to my life where I don't.
Well, Zach, I'm trying to sell you on the trailer idea. That way you've got an all compact unit.
The issue is then you're stuck to one location. And that's where we're doing it differently.
Well, you can have the trailer set up as base station.
True.
Yeah.
I would love if this has that availability, but I highly doubt it does.
That, and like Carl said too, he doubts the Wi-Fi is fast enough for 17K. I mean, streaming
it'd be a 1080p feed.
Yeah, it would have to be.
The 17K is for filming. Yeah. This doesn't.
I was gonna say even like 4K is, a strain on.
Yeah.
An internet connection.
But I mean, like, this is what we were looking at here. So it's $300 off. You're landing at $2,300 for it. Versus jumping up here to the top. Don't get me wrong. You're still talking. We would do this one, the EF, because this would work with lenses we already have. You're talking 300 different, but now you're introducing the direct streaming from here, which eliminates a lot of other equipment. Like a lot.
Yeah.
You have to buy the viewfinder and all that, but
still at 2,500, I mean, even if the viewfinder and the lenses are another $4,000, you're still.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We're looking at the 600 millimeter lenses. Ooh, not that one. Not that one. Maybe that one.
600 millimeters. That is.
Keep in mind it's 600 millimeters, but then because of the type of camera, it's cropped, which means that 600 gets multiplied by like anywhere from, depending on the camera. If we used it on my 4K version, it would be a 1.7 multiplier. So it would be like, what? 1,000 millimeter? 1,100 millimeter?
Oh, so you could zoom way in.
That's how you shoot 14 miles.
Do what?
That's how you shoot 14 miles. Or when you're 3 miles from the pad, you zoom in so far, you get one rocket engine. Or you see the bead of sweat coming off the astronaut's face as they walk to board Starliner. Wait, that's never going to happen again. No, we were looking at these, not the Nikons, but the Sigma, like 180 to 600s. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. It's ridiculous the amount of equipment that's out there. I've never heard of this financing company. Payboo.
Who is Payboo?
No.
Payboo. You'll need 2 tripods. Yeah, we're using ridiculously, here, I'll find them. Ridiculously robust tripods.
Yeah, you need one tripod for the camera and other tripod for the lens.
No, because of the rig. It has metal bars that balance it. But we got one of these to test, and it works well. So I'm ordering more of these. The tripod itself weighs 20 pounds, something like that. And it can stand up to 72 inches tall.
Oh.
So.
Well, Payboo's good if you're willing to pay 45% interest, but
Ooh.
Ouch!
No, I'll,
That just hurt me.
I'll just pay cash. I'll wait and pay cash. Well, I'll wait and pay credit card and then pay cash onto the credit card so I get my points.
oh, so you can
Sorry,
get
I'm shopping myself. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a WestJet. I think it's MasterCard, which is the airline I fly most of the time going home. They're sister to Delta. So I get like, what is it? I get one WestJet dollar for every $3 I think I spend on it. No. I can't remember what it. I think it's for every $3 or $4. No. I get 1% conversion. So if you spend $100, you get $1 in WestJet dollars to put to the airline. So when you're buying something like this, it's really nice. I wish I could put my rent through it.
Oh shit!
I didn't do it.
Just a news story that just broke here in town. The local gold buyer was just arrested on worthless checks.
Oh.
Ouch!
Ooh.
I'll save the rest of the story for Green Room. Liability causes. Just remind me tomorrow. We need to find another subject real quick before I get us in trouble.
I'm looking at polish strips. I'm shopping.
Polish strip?
Polish. Oh.
Oh,
Nail strips?
oh, okay.
Hmm.
I was about to go. I didn't think you did that. Okay.
Joe Dog.
Well, at least you didn't say Polish strippers. I mean,
Wow.
Lords, have you seen some of them women? Never mind.
And good night, everybody.
Tread carefully, Joe Dog. I'm Polish.
I thought she said power strip. I do know of some very good power strips if you need a recommendation.
After my fiasco the other night, I'm going to get a battery backup for this damn 3D printer.
Yeah.
So what all happened again?
Halfway through the first print of the toilet paper holder, the power went out overnight.
Oof, that's not good.
Well, at least yours went out overnight. We just have power blips. We're on what they call a smart grid, and our lights will blink, but it's just enough to shut off the printer.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks 54 hours into a 55-hour print.
Yeah. It was about 5 hours in, I think, is when the video feed cut. But yeah, I wasn't happy.
What'd you do, Zach?
No, I just found out there's technology that I didn't know existed, which is like really awesome.
Like what kind of technology?
For cameras, I'll show this and then I'll explain something we're working on. So you can get the rigs where you can have like a big knob on the side to help you rack focus, because a lot of these cameras are manual focus because of the type of camera they are. They have an autofocus mode normally, but you normally don't use it because it'll lose it very quickly. But this is a rig that attaches to the side where like the focus thing is, but then you have this secondary piece which you can set up with another screen and actually have like a secondary producer standing to the side. So the cameraman is focused on staying on the subject, but the cameraman doesn't have to worry about racking the focus. You have a secondary person that's their sole thing, is making sure you're coming in and out of focus of like whatever subject you want.
Okay.
Which I didn't know you could do that, which is really interesting. Like there, so they're showing like that guy's shooting, but this guy, that's all he's having to worry about. They say it's for teamwork. I'm not sure I would call it a teamwork sales point, but I mean, I guess it is in a way, but it's a higher production quality level.
Well, that would be great, for tracking rockets. One guy handling
all one guy has to do is keep it in track, and the other guy just
focus.
Yeah. So, and like, I don't want to say it's not expensive, but I'm actually quite surprised that it's under like $500.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter the lens. Like it can operate any camera lens. It just mounts onto it. We're going to add that to the cart. But
how much are you up to so far?
Well, I didn't put the camera bodies in, but Amazon's at 1,000. Wait, I need to change that number. Amazon is at. They only have one of those, so I would need another one of those. Amazon's at like 1,500.
Oh, Don, I don't know if you've been following along, but I think the Iron Man has a new love in his life.
I think I saw that. I hope is he planning, coming on Holocaust?
I haven't talked to him, so I don't know.
I hope he comes to the Helicon. He's such a nice guy. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did see that.
And Matrotham Con is moving to Dalton.
I have heard of that one.
Yeah. At a convention center with the closest hotel is more than a mile walk.
I was going to say one of the closest hotels to where it's going to be is where we're at, isn't it?
No, there's a lot of, of those overpriced cracker box, major chain, no function space hotels.
Right.
I mean, it's a 4-minute car ride.
Yeah, that's how they're going to make you pay for parking.
No, I don't think they pay for parking there, do they?
No, there's no pay for parking at the Dalton Trade Center. I don't know about what the hotels do.
Most hotels don't charge for parking, do they? I mean, I know in big major cities they do, like New York they do, but
they do here. Well,
Atlanta.
There's actually ones here in Peoria that charge for parking.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Just included in the room rate.
Well, they're already hitting you for nearly $200 a night. Why not milk another $25 a night out of you?
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm so glad that Ted is no longer having to deal with those people anymore.
Yeah, and I had somebody explain to me, you know why? Do you know why hotels do that?
I have my guesses.
Well, what is your guess?
To make money, to keep an eye on people.
Corporate credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? The hotel says, who cares what they pay? They're going to write it off anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As a business expense.
Yeah. See, I'm still kind of salty about the whole paying for parking thing from my last trip to Indy. because my work vehicle was stolen from the
Paid parking lot.
Well, they don't have. It's not like a gated lot or anything. But point of the matter is, it was stolen from the lot, and you still have the audacity to charge me $9 for parking.
Did they at least reimburse you the $9?
No.
Probably not. And they probably charged him for the night the truck was gone.
Yeah, I was only there one night.
That's insane. I mean, sort of related, but not related. But there's this YouTuber I know, and I think Joe Dog might connect the dots. There's a YouTuber that was moving, and I followed a series of them, and they were at a hotel. And they went in, checked in, came back to their car, got a few things, went back inside, came downstairs to get a few more things, and their car was gone. Not the car. Their car was still there. The U-Haul trailer that was attached to their car was gone, which had their entire life in it. And they were moving from one side of the country to the other. And they were like, they must have like cut the lock and like all this stuff. And it was like this whole big YouTube video series thing and like GoFundMe to help me rebuild my life and all this. Turns out a few months later, it didn't get stolen. It got repoed. They didn't pay the U-Haul bill.
Oh.
So U-Haul had it sitting in a parking lot. They tried to claim that the person at U-Haul said, well, you can keep it as many days as you want. We just bill you until we get it back on like the daily rate. And apparently that is not U-Haul's policy. You do need to call them and tell them you want an extension so that they know where the trailer is. Otherwise, they put in a repo order and they take your life. And they tow it and cut it off your car in a hotel parking lot.
And empty the trailer into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't keep your stuff. They rent the trailer back out. I know. Yeah.
Am I thinking female?
Yes.
Camper,
You're right on the dot.
Camper.
You're exactly. Yeah.
Within view of a launch pad.
Where she wishes.
Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if she got charged for parking for the trailer.
Don't know. Now I do know of a story where these people were moving across country, and for some reason, U-Haul reported the truck stolen. And it was parked in a lot. Police see it there. And believe it or not, police will run numbers on a U-Haul truck faster than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Came back stolen. They notified U-Haul. U-Haul came, picked it up. They still had 4 days on the truck rental.
Wow.
That doesn't make much sense.
U-Haul in trouble.
Yeah, U-Haul goes, oops, our bad. We'll give you $5,000 for the content.
Yeah, I was going to say, they replaced what? The storage bins?
But yeah, they dumped everything they owned.
And the thing is, they say they dumped it, but something tells me they have pickers come through and.
Oh, 100%. They drive it to a Goodwill and say, give us an offer.
But yeah, and never rent from Oh, who's the big car rental company? Hertz.
Prize. Oh, Hurts. Okay.
Yeah. Hertz will, when you bring the car back, if you don't get the paper in your hand, the drop your keys in the box, they have been known to file stolen car charges on you.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. Oh. Look up Steve Leto's Law, and watch some of his videos about this stuff. It's like, oh my God.
It's amazing what some of these companies can get away with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these people have, Grand Theft Auto on their record, and Hertz goes, oops, our bad. Even though, charges are dropped and all that, it's still on your record. You were arrested for it.
Yeah. That's just messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She's
Lord.
up to something. I know it's her typing because it's faster than any of us.
What, me?
Yeah.
You guys can, I didn't realize you could hear me typing over the microphone.
The gaming keyboards like that, the mechanical keyboards,
This
are
is
a lot
domed.
louder.
This is a domed one.
Oh, I thought you had a mechanical.
The mechanical one broke and they only had domed ones to send.
Oh, that's right.
So they sent me the mechanical one, a replacement, 30 minutes out of the box. It wasn't working. Called them again and said something's wrong here. They're like, okay, we're going to send you this set. And it was the keyboard and a mouse and a headset. So I think I have like 3 mices now. Yes, I said mices on purpose.
Oh, so you got a rodent infestation.
I do. So if this one dies, I have the one that came with the computer and I have the one that came with the keyboard. I guess, yeah, I do have 3.
Mm-hmm.
I like the wireless keyboards, but for some reason, I want one that's plugged into the computer.
I don't use any. All of my stuff is all plugged because I ran into batteries dying at the most inopportune times.
Yeah.
Donna's got once in the live stream when I was on camera, and I had just done the greatest transition ever to get off of camera, and it was like, and I'll be right back. Find a cable. One time I just unplugged the camera. It was easier just to reach and
See, there's a reason why I will never own one of the Apple Magic Mice.
Oh, I don't even go there.
I'm
what is that?
That is a trackpad.
Ah.
I have the mouse.
Isn't Zachy special?
I am.
Oh,
yeah, the mice are stupid, and they redesigned them and re-released them earlier no, I guess it was last year.
And left the charging port in the same damn spot.
Yeah. And if you don't know where so you see how this one, really nice. There's the hole that you plug into to charge, just like the keyboard. So guess what you can do? You can plug it in and use it. Where do you think they put the mouse one?
On the bottom.
Yep.
Bottom, dead center, like top third.
So the only way you could use it is if that's raised up high enough.
I have seen people do this and use their finger. That's why I use the trackpad. Also, then it gives me like the gestures that you have on the laptop. So you can do like the triple finger, 4-finger.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Dawn.
hearts and stuff.
Oh no, that's just automated.
You mean that one?
Yeah.
Ah!
It was very dynamic, different corners.
Wait. Hey, Joe, is that what you stuff in the purple? You should ask your wife.
Well, no, I remember the show last night. It was 2 fingers. Unless it's the ears, then it's just 1 finger.
I'm surprised Dawn knows what that is.
Oh, why are you surprised? I know what that represents.
I'm pretty sure all of us in here knows what that represents.
Well, Zachy might not. He's a
Zach
good
might.
little
Zach
boy.
might not, but
Zach, do you know what that means?
I'm not looking up.
You just gotta say yes or no if you know what it means.
Church camp.
Chicken shit.
there's probably a lot of that at church camp. Based on the stories I've heard so far, I'm making that assumption.
Hey,
I could see where you.
all I'm gonna say is I've had the shit knocked out of me for that right there.
Yeah.
I have to ask permission to do that.
Well, then it's not the shocker. They're not shocked by it.
Damn, she's gone. I'll run her off completely.
No, you didn't.
Oh man,
And I hit the right button this time, Joe.
I'm proud of you.
my wrist.
Hey, well, at least you can't kill the show this time.
Who killed the show? Joe did on one.
No, I've only done it to Nick once. I think.
Then there was me that the show didn't want to stop. I had to hit it 3 times for it to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy question is Nick going an hour earlier now?
No.
Just one time.
Okay. Sort of, damn, it's too freaking early. I rolled over and went back to bed.
No, we were up because normally I'll sit in the background on StreamYard and listen to the show, and I was down. I had a bunch of stuff to do that day, so I threw my accountability and stuff into the comments early. I'm down here working on doing stuff for work, and I get a text from the wife. Nick's live. How do you mean Nick's live? I should be at the town hall by now then. So I was supposed to be at the town hall at 9 o'clock. I look and it's just after 8. What the hell? So I pop in the StreamYard real quick and he's going through his little monologue and I just brought myself up on screen. I'm like, so I missed the very beginning of your show, but is there a reason why you're an hour early? And he looks down at the clock and goes, oh, I wondered why there weren't comments.
And I have become a very good girl. I don't usually get on there until about 10 to, because otherwise the comments, I get what that's like now. So I get out there like, what the hell did I miss? He discombobulated me for the entire day.
I will say the way you guys did the last one, where you kept going, and then you guys it kept going at the same time, seemed to work well. Was it 2 streams ago, where you do the comments while chatting, while doing something, and then you jump in at times?
When I was doing Behind the Code Monday night?
Yeah, I can't remember what show it was. Yeah.
I was talking about some of the code and stuff I was doing, and yeah, that was Behind the Code.
So the comments were going. We were getting Dawn charades. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, you like the Dawn charade?
I think it made the chat feel like the chat's still worth something after the first half an hour.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes when you show up really late, it's like, well,
yeah. So I don't know. Did you? So you did like that part of it, that portion of the on trades?
I did. I just mean like if you show up an hour late, sometimes like I'll scroll up to try to see if I can see where you are, and then
Mhm.
YouTube cuts me off. And if I'm like they're not there, I'm like, well, I got 15 minutes.
Yep. What really sucks is when you're doing a stream and you lose internet connection or power for a second. You gotta get back into StreamYard. StreamYard will cut off some of the comments.
Oh, fun!
We got lucky.
So I've had to do that with Nick before, where his internet's gone out. I'll just pop in, start going through comments, and then when he gets back in, I'll be like, okay, scroll to the top, tell me what the first comment is you see on there. You know, I'll keep reading until we get to that point, and then I'll let you take back over. And sometimes it's, you know, only a couple comments. Sometimes I'm reading, you know, 20 minutes worth of comments.
Yeah, we got lucky when my internet hiccuped on Monday night, because didn't it hiccup Monday night and I had to go out and come back in?
I think, yeah.
Because we're like, oh, where'd it go? Or do I have to get the comments? And I'm like, nope, I got them. Although I don't believe I would be able to read comments and do the kick thing like I was doing last night.
No.
I'm glad I did that, though. That was nice. I think it made
Yeah.
the kick folks feel good, too. The Sisters of the Hook folks.
Yeah. Well, I could have sworn she said she was rating on Twitch. So I left my Kick channel and went over to Twitch because I was just going to greet them in the chat there real quick. And I'm like, I know she said she was rating mine. And then I'm like, I wonder. So I go back over to Kick, and there they are. I'm like, crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. There's not been anything said. There hasn't been anything said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went over there, and I'm like, well, I might as well just start copy and pasting what they're saying, because Kick doesn't integrate with
StreamYard.
StreamYard. So I integrated it. Integrated it.
Joe Dog, you still got sway with StreamYard?
No. They don't even know who I am anymore. Even support staff is new. The original guys are gone. So I guess we got to wait 5 years for them to start something new.
Yeah. Dan is not doing a show tonight.
Yeah, I thought that was already. Oh,
Yeah.
Joe should step in and
So
be
we
Dan
can go
tonight.
forever.
Yeah, we can
Hey.
run a little long if we get a good conversation going.
No, we can't. Ted's like, can I go to bed at 9:30? I'm
I'll
like,
just
I would be
get a
on the
Lego-
show tonight. He goes,
I'll just get a
"Oh."
Lego kit out and start building Lego.
I say I can open up a stream on my StreamYard.
Well, Zach, believe it or not, go live on YouTube putting Legos together. They freaking flock to that stuff.
I'm afraid to. Last time I did it, I ended up in hospital within 48 hours.
What?
So before
Hi,
I went
Adam.
to
I don't know who you
hospital,
are, but welcome.
hi Adam.
Howdy.
I think that's Adam I know.
Hi,
Leave it
Adam.
down.
That's it. We know.
You're the down under Adam, right?
Oh,
I think so. So I went hospital, I think it was Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday was ill at home. Monday did a 11-ish hour live stream building that nonstop. Yeah. So I blame that for $55,000 worth of hospital bills.
So maybe not do it as an 11-hour, you know, chunk it out a little bit. Be like, hey, here's part 1 that I'm doing.
Good to see you, Adam. It's been a bit.
Is that Adam?
Yeah.
Well, hello, Adsy. Long time no see.
As you need to be in the
Well.
Discord more. We need more beautiful views. He works on a farm, or he did. And like sometimes the camera would show us views, and it was like hills and things.
Nice.
Yeah. Australia, I will say, Australia is some beautiful country.
It'll all try to kill you, but it's beautiful while it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Now they've got spiders that will pop up out of the ground, look at you, judge you, and then slam the door on top back at you.
Yep.
Yeah, you're sitting there just looking at a nice piece of ground. All of a sudden, poop, spider pops up, looks at you like, boom, slams the door shut on you.
No.
Right.
And then they got spiders that catch snakes.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah, no.
I'm good, thanks.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, drop bears. What are drop bears? I've been hearing a lot about drop bears here recently.
I don't want to know.
Is it drunk koalas or?
Oh, are those because they're cold? They fall off like we have falling iguanas here. Legitimately, they will issue falling iguana warnings in Florida if it gets too cold. Because they will just drop out of a tree onto your head. And if you don't know the size of iguana.
Have you seen one fall out of a tree yet, Zach?
No, but I've seen a ridiculous amount of them when I was in. Where were I? Wasn't Dominican. It was one of the Virgin Islands. And we went to like a wildlife thing and we went on a walk. And they were like, iguanas are over here. And we're like, cool, we'll go see some iguanas. And we're thinking, okay, iguanas, like fence thing. And we start walking. And then the rock next to me also starts walking. And I go, oh, that's an iguana. And then your eyes kind of focused and you started to realize, oh, I'm surrounded by about 120 iguanas on all sides of me, including above my head. We're going to very quickly exit this area.
So Zachy, quick question. Are you going to participate in the Indie CD traveling table for Indie CD?
I'll try to send you something. Yeah, let's send something. I have to figure out what I'm going to send you.
Okay.
And when is that? When do you need that information?
March. Well, I need it before then.
Because you have.
Okay, so I got a month.
Do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want option one? Option one. Option two. A little pointier. Or option three. This one. And guess what? Just for you, Don. All their heads pop off.
And yes, I'm hiding behind my microphone.
Or, hey, Zach, I can make you up another one of these. And nothing comes off.
Oh, he likes it when the head pops off, though.
You have option one. Option. Oh, there. Option two.
You gotta pull it from the right spot.
Or option three.
That's what he said.
You can.
This one also. Yeah, that one doesn't go anywhere else.
Just
I don't
remember,
know.
when you send me your rocket, you don't get it back.
Yeah, I'm buying another one.
Yeah, but Zach, look at the girth on this one. She would like that. I mean, I can't even get my hand all the way around it.
Oh, Joe Dog.
Hi, Don. Love you.
I know.
Trying to think what else I could send you.
And it almost has a flare base.
Exactly, Carl. Not the green room.
Sounds like a bad LSD trip. Oh, it was the falling iguana moment. Well, they weren't falling; they were just chilling. They were having a great time. It was a lot. Like, that's a lot of iguana. And I hadn't seen one before, and it was like walking coolers. I mean, they're like dinosaurs. You just suddenly there's like just a dinosaur next to you, and you're like, ah, okay.
I'm gonna have to
No.
find that video and send it to you, Don. It is the cutest baby turtle.
I'll look at turtles. All the turtles you want. Bring all the turtles, even the snapping turtles.
Yeah, the lady picks it. I mean, it ain't that big. She picks it up, sets it down, and then sets its food on the food bowl, the jar that the food comes in the middle of the table, and it runs over to the jar.
No.
And she reaches in and she gives it one little piece, and it gets it.
I haven't opened one of these. We're gonna find out.
Uh-oh. We're doing an unboxing.
Good God.
Who's that? Oh, Wally Funk.
Are you okay there, Zach?
No, because they did. It's so bad. No wonder these are on clearance. Like, look at the writing. Look at the This isn't official. This was sold to me by a company that just launched a rocket perfectly the first time, and this is their quality control. That's going right back in the bag. And
No, that needs to go. That needs to go on the shelf, and
Nope.
not a word be said.
Nope, that's going right back in the box.
That's what she said. Oh!
There is something that's on the shelf. I'm not sure if you've noticed. It arrived today.
Hold on, let me pull you up again. The Doge dog.
No. That's not a Doge dog. That's the Flareston inspiration. Flareston.
Oh, okay. What? Optimus.
Donna, I just read your comment.
I see Optimus up there by your YouTube sign.
Yeah, that's little Optimus.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, that's their little Tesla action thing. They're supposed to start selling the real ones by the end of the year.
At what price?
They haven't announced that yet.
Isn't it if you buy one, you get like a 50% discount on a car?
No, but that would be it would probably be the other way around. If you buy a car, you can add on like an Optimus for like 15,000 or something. I heard that they wanted to be somewhere between 25 and 35,000 because that's the idea is that's equivalent to like 1 year salary of kind of a part to full-time job at minimum wage. So it's like if you can afford to do that for a year, you can own an Optimus, and then every year after that, you're making money.
I would get one to drive my Tesla.
Well, it wouldn't have to. The Tesla drives itself.
No, but you would actually have it behind the wheel driving.
There won't be wheels.
Well,
Tesla,
I would have.
Tesla announced that they're removing the wheels and starting their robotaxis in Austin in June.
Well, I'm talking about a Model X.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And, have him drive and just to watch the police pull him over. Now, did you see the video I posted, Zach? Tesla Cybertrucks, don't park them in cemeteries.
You don't take any Tesla to a cemetery, period. This has been long known.
It will freak you out.
You will drive and it'll just randomly see people in the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Teslas see ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. We actually had one when we were parked at where were we? Walmart? Yeah, we ran into Walmart. We all got in the car. We started backing up, and the car started yelling at us. I'm like, what? And then just put like a person figure next to us, and we all refused to look to the right.
Don't blame you there.
I was like, we're just gonna self-drive. Go. Self-driving's insane.
I don't trust it. Just saying.
Oh, I love it. It was the coolest thing. I've done it in Texas, and now I've done it here. And it is very close to I would feel comfortable getting in a car without a steering wheel. It's very close. The most uncomfortable part to me was when either it determined the human needed to take over due to a situation, or we were choosing to take it out of self-driving. That little kickover, when you have to take over the gas and take over the wheel, that to me was the most nerve-wracking part. And that's why Elon said the long run is get rid of that. That's the whole end game, is if you remove the human failure point in cars, then they work. But yeah, they're really testing their self-driving like insane now. I don't know if it's only at the Tesla in Gigafactory in Texas or if it's all Tesla factories, but all models from, what's their smallest one, S to Cybertruck. I don't know if it includes the Tesla semis yet. They all now automatically self-drive themselves off the production line to their storage spot. So they no longer need employees to drive them from the factory to storage or to ship loading. And they can just remotely send an update and tell the car to go to another location. So it can just go. They have to manually plug it into charge, but I was trying to get a video of it, but the video doesn't want to load.
That's scary. I'm sorry. That's scary.
Self-driving?
Well, no, look, as soon as the car is born, it drives away.
Yep.
Of course, they said the other day that some AI program has developed its own encryption.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Meaning you can't shut it off.
Well, no, we made that mistake just like in the movies that we made the mistake of including AI into the internet. That was our failure point. And at this point, we can't turn it back. So AI should have been designed to be massive supercomputers that were separated from the internet. You should have had to like file a request, that the request then got processed, transmitted to a server that then was uploaded to the AI, get you an answer, answers downloaded and then retransmitted to you. The AI should never have touched the internet. If you're worried about that, that's, yeah. Yeah, next 5 to 10 years is going to be insane.
Oh, now here, I do have a question for you. When is Mark Rober's satellite going to launch?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's already launched.
It was on Transporter 12.
Okay.
From Vandenberg.
Which means I got to hurry up and get my picture uploaded.
Yeah, you're doing one? I did one too.
It's neat. YouTuber has built a satellite. It is now on orbit. And what it will do is take a pic. It'll upload a picture of you to this phone in space and take a picture with the Earth in the background. And if you give them your location, it will take a picture over your house.
Huh.
Damn guy
Okay.
stole my idea.
Well, the guy, did build the Curiosity rover.
Yeah, and has millions of dollars. Trying to find a video of the Tesla driving.
He made so much money on YouTube, he quit his job designing rovers for NASA.
Okay.
Yeah, a job like that.
There we go. This is the perfect video.
He created his own job.
Yep. Unable to share. Rude. Share. Send to the computer. Oh, it has to download it while it's being prepared. Moody.
What?
I'm trying to show a video, but it's on my phone and yelling at Siri.
Rude.
Did you watch the supersonic flight?
Yes, I did.
They're going to do another one as soon as Monday.
Wow.
But they have a very, very, very limited window on when they can do it. They're working with NASA to get a picture taken. But apparently, it is a very specific thing. So there's really only two options. NASA sending like a T-38 or something, or they're trying to get it from the ISS. Which I can't imagine how you would do that. It's a very small aircraft.
Are they going to go above 1.1?
That's my question. Well, you heard why they fell out of it the second time, right?
No. Ran out of fuel?
Yeah. No. So they went into supersonic, did some testing, came to the end of the corridor, had to drop out, do a loop, came back into it, went into supersonic, and then you heard knock it off, knock it off, knock it off, immediately pulled out of supersonic. And then they did a loop, and then he did a third pass, and then he came home. So he went supersonic technically 3 times. I'm trying to find the exact writing of what it was. The CEO of the company confirmed it.
Yeah. Knock it off is stop what you're doing, go into holding pattern.
Yeah.
Somebody fucked up.
I'm not going to make the comment I was going to make. So I can't find it. The CEO stated a day after, I think it was, and it's kind of shocking with the developments of what happened last night in DC. Here it is. A F-16 doing spin training cut off our XB-1. So we had to drop out of supersonic.
Ooh.
So a military F-16 decided to go supersonic and fly in front of another plane doing supersonic in a very narrow corridor of testing. And they had to drop out, or they
were supposed to have had control in that corridor, right?
I don't know if they had full limitate, like if they were the only people allowed to use it, or if it's big enough that you could have multiple aircraft. Because like they had to file flight plans on like this is the exact line and coordinates that they would do their test lines. So he had to be perfectly in line. So I don't know if there could have been other aircraft that were allowed, but it's one of America's only supersonic testing grounds.
Yeah.
So
and it has a little bit of prominence of what the corridor is. That's the Jaeger corridor.
Fill me in.
That's the same corridor Chuck Yeager flew the X-1.
Oh, okay.
Which freaked everybody out the first time he did it. Because, people were, wives were cooking dinner at the base. boom, boom. And everybody runs outside looking for the smoke.
No. Well, that was the cool thing with this one. This is a supersonic aircraft. Went supersonic 3 times, the exact place that you were just saying, which explains why they were so public about this. No audible sonic booms either direction, all 3 times. It was silent, which is their whole goal with their big aircraft, is that this would be able to take off and land at any runway in America and the world and go supersonic once it's at cruising altitude, and you wouldn't have to have supersonic highways across the country. Because that was the issue with Concorde, is it couldn't go supersonic over cities. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They say if they do their test flight on Monday or next week, they said the factory's already built in North Carolina, and that they'll have the first full size, which can hold up to, I think they said 60 or 80 people, depending on configuration, in the next 2.5 to 3 years.
Was that you, Zach?
No, that was someone at the fridge. That was the ice maker.
So your ice maker is now a someone?
No, I it's dark. I can't see who's in the kitchen.
Me.
Okay, it's my grandfather.
Hi, Grandpa.
You're live on a YouTube thing,
No.
not on my channel though.
Okay. Good night again.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Yeah,
Dawn-
it's a very loud ice maker.
Dawn. Well, Joe, you should also know that sounded like a cat just cleared a shelf.
It did. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
I'm looking up at Joe Dog stuff going, nothing's moving there. I know there's nothing behind me.
No, it's funny. I was doing a live stream and I didn't know someone turned the dishwasher on. And dishwasher went into one of its quiet periods, I guess, when I came out of my room and set up. So I went live, and next thing you, just like, okay. Good morning, dishwasher. My dishwasher is not stable, so it has a little bit of an emotional shake every time it runs.
Neither is mine.
That'd have been perfect timing if it was a Starlink launch.
Well, yeah, at least I then have some volume. Of the last, not including New Glenn, of the last 10-ish Falcon 9s, I think I've heard 2. They're either silent or really loud.
Yeah, but could you imagine just the perfect timing as it lifted off on your channel? Because I'm sometimes 30 seconds later, or I'm 30 seconds ahead of you.
6 feet that way is the dishwasher and the ice maker. And then through this wall about 4 feet is the dryer and the washer. I could set them all off. Here, I'll share this. This is my video, so you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Self-driving. We're just, chilling. And wee.
Yeah, I'd still have to look.
You have to. So it detects your eyes. And if your eyes aren't looking forward for more than like 2 seconds, it'll yell at you. And if you don't come back within a couple of seconds, it kicks you out of self-driving and gives you a violation. And you're only allowed to do that so many times. I think you're only allowed to do it 4 times within like a week. And if you do that, it's a 6-month suspension from self-driving.
Huh.
But okay, if it kicks it off and you've had like a health issue, you're gonna smush anyway.
It slows you down and like stops you. Like it doesn't just kick you out going 80. Like if you don't take over, it'll pull over and like stop.
It assumes you're dead.
Yeah. But like it's just nuts that it can do this. by itself. Like, and when you start looking at like the newer designs, like this one and like the Cybertruck, the whole reason that screen is in the middle and the design of the dash is what it is because it's very easy to just delete the steering wheel from the design, because all of the control was done, like programming it where to go was all done on that center console using Google Maps or whatever map system they use. And then you see on his, like the regular gear shift on the side, you pull it towards you, like you just go click and it takes over. And then if you want to take over from it, you tap the gas and it immediately releases it to you, or the brake, either one. If you want to turn, like if you want it in self-driving, but you want it to change lanes to pass someone because it's not, you use your signal light. So you signal for it and that tells your self-driving car to change lanes. But there's settings. We had it in nice mode, which is chill, calm, not in a rush. But there is eager mode, which will legally pass you around vehicles and stuff, so you don't get stuck behind like a semi or something. Chill mode doesn't pass anybody without you override, like signaling to do it. You also, because every state, I guess, is different, you can put into the system how many miles per hour you want to go over the speed limit.
Or are you guys sticking around longer?
Well, we got a good conversation going, so
I just was making sure because
Dawn wants
I
to do
do
her
need.
dance.
Huh?
Dawn wants to do her dance.
No.
With her bar strip or whatever it was earlier. Strip bar. Power strip.
Nail polish.
Sure.
all right.
So
Now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna act like we're gonna end the show and let Dawn leave, and we'll just hang around for a while longer.
Did
Well,
a
I know
video
you guys
play there?
Do what?
Did a video just play?
Yeah,
Did y'all see the video?
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw Dawn get into position. I watched all three of you, and it just said muted as video plays, but I could watch all three of you watch the video. Could not see the video.
odd. So
What?
well, okay,
bro?
it's not almost the end of the show. It's almost the end of the show for Dawn.
Did you
you
get
see
to see that time, Zach?
No, I know what the video is.
Oh,
It's just
What browser are you using, Zach?
Chrome.
On your Mac?
Yeah.
So I'm using Chrome on mine, and I see it.
I've had
anyways,
this issue
guys,
before.
we will have see you guys. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow night, and I'm glad that you guys that you're feeling better, Joe Dog, and you guys all have a good night.
You
All right.
too.
Dawn, one more.
No. Life on the road's no good for animal.
Yeah, too many women, too many towns.
And then that.
Oh dear Lord. Well, you guys have a good night.
Good night.
on.
You can sit there and munsey.
Oh.
Hi, Josh.
Well, Josh finally show up. Hey, Josh, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man. Oh. Yeah, I probably won't stick around much past the 2-hour mark because I'm starting to fade.
I'm about the same way, but yeah.
And this code's starting to piss me off.
Of course, Josh's picture got me thinking. I know what I would love to see. I would love to see a crossover between Star Trek, the new thing, Section 31,
Mm-hmm.
and Doctor Who.
I'm very sad. I had an opportunity. Well, I had an opportunity that I didn't know about that I could have gone to an early screening of Section 31. And I didn't know until 20 minutes after it started airing. It's very
Oh.
sad.
I actually enjoyed it. I watched it
I
on
watched
Paramount
it
the other day.
Is it a series or is it a movie? That's the one that's confusing me.
So it's like an hour and a half long. It's almost like they did it very open ended.
I thought it was supposed to
Where-
be a series, and
Yeah.
that it became a movie.
Yeah, the way they did it, because like I said, it's about an hour and a half, and the way they ended it leaves it open to be able to be more or less like a pilot episode.
Ah,
You know, it can be its own standalone thing. You know, to where they could roll out sequels, or they could just go back and say, "Well, that's the pilot episode.
here's a series.
Here's a series."
Now, which timeline is it in?
So this would be the later part
The
of
Gregorian-
Discovery.
No,
Okay.
the main storyline.
So it's post Discovery storyline.
Yeah,
40 years after the Next Generation.
real.
This means
40
section. So they're saying Star Trek 31 establishes that its main story takes place on stardate 1292.4 on the Gregorian calendar that converts to April 7, 2324. This means Section 31 is set 40 years before Star Trek The Next Generation, which begins in 2364 with its 2-hour premiere encounter at Farpoint.
Okay, so it's between original series and
Next
next
gen.
gen. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where Giorgio. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. So I was trying to think of Discovery, and I thought she didn't go into the future with them on Discovery. So yeah, that would make sense.
Well, and Discovery
in
is
between.
no longer part of the main timeline.
Right.
They broke it off a few months ago. They've said officially it's no longer part of the normal canon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's entirely its own independent thing. And that
Oh.
makes a lot of people think that this next season, I don't even know if I watched the last season or not, because the way it got released into Canada was annoying to try to watch it. So I have to go back. But
Well,
there's thoughts that they're going to open it up, but they don't want to have to try to do the research to jump around in the timelines and have to, oh shoot, Voyager was here at the same time, and build that into their scripts. They just want to do what they want to do.
well, Discovery. So Discovery is in like the Kelvin timeline.
It's even separate from that now, from my understanding. Like they said, they're no longer including any of the normal canon in Discovery.
Okay.
Well, Discovery's over anyway. They've ended Discovery.
Yeah.
Which means they're doing something. Which wouldn't that mean Section 31?
Well, they're doing the
Well, the thing
Starfleet
is,
Academy or whatever.
yeah. But the thing is, if they're saying Discovery is no longer part of canon, then this Section 31 can't be either. Because this is the Giorgio not of that original Star Trek universe. That she's from the Mir universe,
Right.
which she came across during Discovery. So if Discovery is no longer canon, then this can't be canon.
Yeah.
Well, I know it when they did the mirror universe with Enterprise, the Yoshi.
Oh, Hoshi.
Hoshi.
Yeah.
Hoshi is Giorgio's great grandmother.
Yeah. because she's the first Empress of Terra Prime.
Yeah. So, that's. Yeah, Josh, we heard.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's hard to take. You got our love, brother.
Yep.
Oh.
And astronauts can open windows in space. It's just very ill-advised.
Well, there was a photo going around today because the two astronauts that insert whatever word you want to describe of their current situation on the ISS and being left behind by their spacecraft. They both went on a spacewalk today, and the spacewalk involved them being strapped into the Canadarm and stretched way out and around to another location. So there's a picture of one of them way out on the arm, just hanging out. It definitely went viral on social media of NASA astronauts break free from ISS looking for a way home.
I love Elon's response to, the president has ordered SpaceX to go get the astronaut. Absolutely, we'll do it. It's going to take us about a month and a half to get a ship ready.
No comment.
And Elon's like, absolutely, yeah, we'll take the extra money, and smile as you give it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, the rescue is already there, and when the relief gets up there to take their place,
apparently there are conversations of moving the timeline.
Oh, moving them up again.
Yeah, which a lot of people are against, because if Crew 9 leaves and Crew 10's not there, it leaves the International Space Station, I believe, with a triple Soyuz crew.
Yes.
Which isn't allowed.
Yes.
There must always be one American and one Russian on the International Space Station.
At all times.
That was the agreement.
And if anybody leaves, it's the other one's boat.
Yeah. So there are lots of questions right now on where that came from, because it was very random. A lot of people hating on Elon. It's a weird one right now. They were abandoned by Boeing. That is one thing I will for certain say. Butch and Sunny were abandoned by Boeing. And I personally don't have the issue of using the word they were stranded. They are not now. They have a vehicle right now. They could get in and come home, no problem. They have spacesuits. They're ready. They're trained. They've been trained on station. They're ready. They're basically a Dragon crew at this point. But for a matter of about a week and a half, they did not have a spacecraft, and their protocol was if something happens, you climb into those other 4 people's Dragons, get to the bottom of it, and you see that ratchet strap, it goes over your waist, and you hold on. And that was their protocol. At that point, I'd say you're pretty damn stranded.
Yeah.
Or, maybe not stranded. Maybe stranded. I don't think stranded's the right word, but they weren't being left on the ISS when everyone else left. There was always a way for them to leave. Now, would they have come home without a broken bone in their body? Probably not.
Right.
And that's a big Boeing problem.
Yeah. I've heard that there is another Dragon in construction.
Yeah, that it's for Crew 10. Crew 10 will fly on the new Dragon. So we will have 5 crew vehicles. Because they need 2 to 3 a year for other missions, and then 2 a year for NASA. Because let's be honest, Starliner's never getting operational. Not for ISS. It will eventually, but I mean, the whole thing is Starliner was designed, and I think I've said it on here before, Starliner was designed as a space station craft. You launch in it, you dock to a space station within 12 hours, and great, and you come home. Dragon was designed as a low and medium Earth orbit vehicle. Starliner doesn't have a bathroom. Dragon does. So Butch and Sunny, when they launched and had to do all these checkouts, they were on board Starliner for 36 hours before they docked on the space station. The very first system turned online in Dragon the bathroom. Because in zero gravity, your body shifts and your body determines you need to use the restroom. That's the first thing that happens to everyone. Butch and Sunny had to use diapers as if they were back in the 60s with Apollo and Mercury and Gemini. Like, yet Boeing got more money than SpaceX.
And the biggest thing is the damn thing should have never launched to begin with all the freaking leaks.
Yep. Yeah, it
an
doesn't
issue.
make sense.
It's an issue that falls back to NASA's we got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, to administrations back in early days of shuttle and shuttle design.
Yep.
I don't blame anybody but NASA on them being stuck there. NASA knew there was problems with the craft. They sent it anyway. And had they climbed back on and something happened and lost a crew, it would have been devastating for the entire industry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even
Good night, Donna.
This picture, I hadn't actually seen this picture before. This one, these are the simulators. These are real world simulators to the centimeter to scale.
Yeah.
Those are the two vehicles side by side, including their docking rings. Starliner carries more people than Dragon. How? Starliner was designed to carry 5. SpaceX, to be fair, was designed to carry 7. NASA changed it to 4.
and still can.
The environmental system supposedly could get a software update to handle 7 with no cargo, basically, or very limited cargo. But I mean, they're completely different classes of vehicles. Completely. I mean, this is the inside of Starliner. That looks comfy. Like the pilot has to climb physically over the commander's seat to get in. So once the commander is in, the pilot can't get out. There's not enough room. The way they designed it. It is that thin inside. Where there we go. So there's 2 seats below and then 2 seats above. Compared to Dragon, well, that looks nice and roomy for just 4, and then the other 3 are down below. I mean, it's
pretty much anybody can hit the door from a seat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this little hatch up here, that's the toilet. And then on the back of this is a piece of Velcro. And in here is a curtain, and the Velcro attaches and drops a little curtain in front of these 2 people. But the people on the left and right don't get a curtain. So they look out the window. But I mean, it's just completely different. I mean, even when they have the other hatch open, like there's tons of room in Dragon. But
they make use of their space.
Well, you hear the name Starliner, and it sounds like it's something that should be comfortable, roomy, like that. That's what it screams to me with that name is, you're going up in luxury.
Yeah. Well, so this is SpaceX's vehicle stripped down for 7. This is what it was going to look like without any of the finishing walls. That's their entire control system, basically. It's changed a hair. It's very similar to that, the real world one. Trying to see if there's a picture of the real world one. There's the real world one now. So there's a couple physical buttons. You know, there's a little joystick here for the thrusters if they really had to take manual control, which commander and pilot both can reach to fly. Let me find Starliner.
I've heard stories that the only reason there are actual physical buttons is to make the pilot and commander feel like they're doing something.
This is how Starliner flies.
The hell they do? Pull that from an old Apollo?
Yeah. Then there's two sides of it. It's not all digital like it looks. Like the simulators are. This is the funniest part. The simulator is all digital that they train on. But then when they go board the real vehicle, it's all physical.
So analog. Basically, it's analog.
It's shuttle.
Yeah.
It is the exact same switches that shuttle used. Like these are identical switches to shuttle.
Wouldn't be surprised if a few of them didn't come from the shuttle.
Yeah. I don't know if we ever got to see the Sierra Space Dream Chaser. This is the vehicle I can't wait to see this fly this year. Mini shuttle. It's real. It's literally, this is the one here. It is sitting here ready to fly. Here in Florida. It's waiting for its ride. But like its arms deploy because it has to fit in the fairing. So like it's gonna have like a fold down sequence. And then this is what the inside of it looks like for right. So they lost it. SpaceX won, and then there was a second contract, and it came down to Boeing and these people. Boeing won. Sierra Space had no money, and in the same time, Starliner has got to their first crewed flight test with billions of dollars from the government. Sierra Space has got to the point that they're ready to fly their own cargo variant on a real-world mission. Guess where to? The International Space Station. By themselves, with no government. Well, they got a little bit of government money for cargo, but not crew. But they said they could pull out the front and build a crew variant like that because they designed the vehicle that way. The cool thing is this back section, which here's the real world version of it, this triangle is called Shooting Star and has solar panels on it. That stays attached, and they actually dock that to the station. So they have to climb through, like they fly through the Shooting Star when they're docked. When they leave, they come home, and there's another hatch here between the ship and Shooting Star. They separate, and Shooting Star, what is it? It's a dumpster. So they deorbit burn, the ship comes home, and Shooting Star becomes a shooting star and burns up. But it gives them solar panels and a whole bunch of garbage space to take away from the space station, which is a really smart idea when you're talking about retiring a space station in about 7 or 8 years, and you need some big dumpsters. Because 1-800-GOT-JUNK's not going to help you up in orbit. But I love Dream Chaser. It just looks cool.
I don't know. I think 2 men in a truck would make it. I'd hate to see that moving, Bill.
And I mean, look at the size of it. That's just the ship without Shooting Star.
Yeah.
Compared. They said this could hold up to 7 people, which would be identical to shuttle. They said preferably 5, but they said 7, like SpaceX, 7 without cargo, preferably 4 to 5 with.
Now,
it can land anywhere in the world.
It can actually launch on Falcon, right?
In theory, yes. They'd have to modify the adapter, but in theory, yes, it can launch on
everything.
That was the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then it lands, and it doesn't have a front landing wheel. It has a skid.
That's the thing I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't get that part either.
Yeah.
But they've built, this was a miniature version that they took up with the helicopters and dropped and did glide tests. They literally redid the entire shuttle program, privately funded. in just mini scale.
Huh.
And they've got concepts of making it not bigger. I mean, there we go. There's a comparison to the smaller one. But
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that whole skid thing.
they say
for
the
the
skid
front.
is safer.
I actually understand it. Probably falls to the Elon theory of the best part is no part. With that skid, you don't have to put brakes on the damn thing.
Yeah.
You'd probably still want some form of braking, I would think, just in case that skid gives way.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want
Well,
to
if skid gives way, you got more nose of dragging the ground.
That's true.
And it's probably going to have a parachute.
I think the real world one does, yeah. Like the big one does.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have engines. It's a glider.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because it becomes the same question, like the concept of it. This was one of their favorite photos to promote because everyone loves shuttle and it's just mini shuttle. The whole concept is Dream Chaser in theory could be launched from launch sites, but you could do, let's say you did a full European crew and they launched from Kennedy. They could land in London. It could land it, but then how do you get Dream Chaser home? Well, maybe we go get that 747 out of storage and you strap 3 or 4 Dream Chasers on the top of it. So
It's real simple. You load it in the back of C5.
Or that's the other option. It fits inside. It doesn't have to be on top.
Those wings fold up.
Yep.
Or the Super Guppies, which they already bring here all the time for satellites from Europe.
I bet that thing looks weird.
The Super Guppy? It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw it on the back of a cargo ship and
I mean,
your ratchet straps and let her sail across.
What is that?
A large shiny dildo with wings.
Sorry, not the Super Guppy. The Airbus ones come here often.
The Beluga.
The Beluga.
I think they call it the Beluga.
Yeah, and I can see why.
I'm not sure if it's the Beluga or the Super Guppy that comes here, or it might be both.
Probably both.
Probably both. Because when I clicked on this, there was a picture of it unloading for NASA. Yeah, there we go. There's a T-38, 2 T-38s inside. Yeah, it's just one's propeller and the other's jet.
Jet engine.
And I think there's 5 Belugas.
Yeah, there's only 2 Super Guppies, and one is a parts bird now.
Well, you know what the propellers are for on the plane, right, Zach?
To make it fly.
No, it keeps the pilot cool.
Oh my gosh.
He only starts to sweat when they stop spinning.
There we go. That's the photo I was thinking of. I can't remember when this was, but they brought all 5 together.
Huh.
I just can't help but they think they're the Thunderbirds with the big numbers on them.
Well, that would be cool seeing them all 5 fly in a tight formation.
Would be. There's a better photo there. There we go. Yeah. They're massive aircraft. But yeah, they come here quite often with the satellites on board whenever Europe needs to send one, because Europe still builds most of the satellites in the world.
Mm-hmm.
US doesn't.
Airbus, yeah.
Yep. That's defense and space, and no one's seeing inside that kit.
No.
That's got so many locks on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard the story about the CIA stealing a Russian satellite.
What?
somewhere Russia had a satellite on display, a functional satellite, and overnight the CIA stole it, took it apart, took pictures of everything, put it back together, and got it back to where it was supposed to be on time.
Sounds like a.
That can't be real. Our government doesn't work that efficiently.
I was gonna say they're not that efficient.
Now, this was early 60s.
They definitely weren't that efficient.
Government was a little better back then in some aspects.
Depends. Was the Russian satellite based off a U.S. satellite bus that they stole? Did we steal back our own technology?
Hey,
Wouldn't be the first time.
Zach, do your Google search CIA stole. That's all you got to do.
Russian satellite. 1959. Okay, that makes sense. They stole basically another version of like the first satellite that was launched.
Yeah.
An upgraded variant of. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Stole it, took it apart, figured out how it works,
Doesn't
put it
surprise
back together, and sent it on to them. And that would declassify it until, the early 2000s.
Yeah, well, that'd be the 50 years. Yeah. I love that it's actually a CIA website. This is the first link. CIA.gov. Lunik on loan, a space-age spy story. CIA conducted a covert operation to access the Lunik display. So it was a display model, I guess. But that's nuts. That'd be a cool YouTube video.
Yeah, Josh. All right, we are past our 2-hour mark. If y'all want to keep going, we can keep going, or people can bow out, or we can switch it to space. You can head to bed, and me and Zach will talk space stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you two talk space stuff. I'm gonna bow out and go fight a cat for my spot in bed.
Okay.
So, yeah, but y'all have a great night. See some of you tomorrow night.
Thanks for joining in and hanging out with us a little longer tonight, Joe.
Not a problem. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Good night.
Starship is officially no earlier than February 24th.
Okay.
They just filed with the FCC for communications, specifically mentioning Starship Flight Test 8, and they don't have, from my understanding, they don't have anything filed prior to that. So,
all right, 24. That is a Monday flight.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yep.
Now, are they going to reuse a booster this time?
Not this flight. No way they're ready.
I love how one of the engines didn't light on boost back burn. Everybody goes, "Oh, that's the one they reused. That's the one they reused." No, it was on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when they fly that. They supposedly they want to fly it again. but I think there's a lot that need to look at it to see if it will be able to do it, or can they do what they did before and take the engines off again. That was one of the theories, is will they take the engine off the, what was it, 214?
314.
314 Pi. Will they put that on this flight and try to push it a third time? You know, will that be their first test, is how many times can they refly a Raptor? So we'll
Well,
wait, see.
Well, when you get them back, you can refly them.
Well, once.
Uh-huh.
So
At least.
their timeline seems all changed up right now. I mean, as I said, like they were wanting 25 up to 25 this year. That's not licensed. Right now they're still, is it 9? 6. I can't remember. From the last FAA licensing. So, I mean, if they don't fly till, let's push it a week, early March, that's highly likely then that they won't hit that number this year, even if they ramp up after, by the summer. I said if they can ramp up to 2 a month for the second half of the year, that's 12 plus whatever they get in the first half. And I think that's still being very generous to their timeline, especially if they're starting ship catching. There's a lot they're still learning. So.
Well, first thing you got to do is make sure you don't leave a line loose on an engine.
Yeah.
And pump methane in.
I don't understand how that happened. I don't know if it broke. Like, did something from the ship hit it? Right? Like, things are flying off the booster. This being shot with an engine blast at it could very easily snap one of those cables holding up the tower. Like that little tower on the top. So I'm wondering if it got hit by something, and then it leaned with the thrust. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if they don't build more of a pointed structure in the future, something more robust that gets attached.
What, as a hot stage ring, or
for the tower? Because my understanding is because the tower had leaned over, that was why the booster said no, because it's the center of the tower wasn't being detected.
No, I was talking about the Turks and Caicos or whatever, the
that part.
Beautiful Light show.
There's a big question what happened there. I mean, a lot of people think it just started losing engines and then it started tilting. And then when you start tilting, you lose structure at that speed. Structural integrity. They've got to have known more, right? They told us there was 25 cameras streaming, and we got to see none of them. So they saw something shortly after separation and cut the feeds, and we just followed the booster.
Yeah.
So they've got other data that they haven't released yet, and I'm sure they'll release it in time. But I think they're also now dealing with the legal challenges of what they did over Turks and Caicos. Because, I mean, there was a guy that posted a picture of something about 6 times the size of that skewered into his car. And his whole question is, who's going to pay for fixing the hole?
So we actually got huge chunks down.
Oh, yeah, there was... Let me see if I can find it. Starship, car, debris. I mean, the accusation is that it was from Starship. It was the right timeline. Can't remember which platform I saw it on. It'd be really nice if X would load its videos tonight. It doesn't want to.
Facebook's videos are having an issue too. You can only play like 3 or 4 Facebook short videos.
Yeah.
and it stops.
Huh.
Won't load anymore.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the debris that's been the heat shield tiles that have been found in Turks is. I mean, they have found full tiles in Turks and Caicos. Like full heat shield tiles survived all that way. So it was shredding stuff at some point.
All right. Good night, Josh.
Good night, Josh.
Yeah, we're going to have to wrap up our live coverage real soon.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, we'll talk about this in the after show.
Sounds good.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's watching on the rewatch. We will see y'all, I guess, Saturday night, maybe. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.